Hey, we said unfiltered. We said real.
Oh gosh. Hello. Hi friends. Wait, let's talk about the positives first. Look at our shirts. They are literally perfect.
We planned on talking about not judging a book by its cover today, and that is just not what's on our spirit right now. And we're gonna talk to you a little bit about how to operate from victory in the midst of chaos. Yeah, so starting to film this video, we knew we were actually gonna film yesterday. It didn't quite happen, just life. And we were doing other fun things, so it's not like it was a bad thing. We went and got our nails done. So it didn't happen, and so then we're going throughout today, and I'm in a rush. I gotta go teach some dance.
What were we doing? We were driving.
I gotta go drive. I gotta go drive back home to teach the girls, and so we had people in here, everything was going crazy, the dishwasher was loud, the dryer was on. I was like, how are we gonna film a video? It's
The
so
stands
loud.
that were using this kept falling and it was crooked.
And we were completely sideways, and so we were like, okay, God, what is going on? So then we both just started crying.
Yeah, and I got a tragic phone call.
She got a tragic
And it's
phone
okay
call.
to share that because, you know, that's part of my story. I mean, my fiance and I are long distance. Most of you guys know this story. And I got a phone call saying that he's moved, don't know where he's at, freaking out. So I'm just like crying. And I'm like, it's okay, we'll just get ourselves together. But you know what? If you don't bring up those things that are underneath the surface, then you can't live in victory. Because then you just start stuffing and then you don't really realize that you're stuffing. And then you start freaking out.
And then all of a sudden,
you act like a hot mess. Yeah.
that was us.
But the whole purpose of it is it was chaos around us. Like, literally the dishwasher, you know, all the things, literally all the things. And so we just kind of had a meltdown. I just started crying, and I'm one of those people that am very passionate. So I'm like, let's just lash it out, Tori. Confront me. Like, what are you mad about right now? And I'm just like, this is hurting me. And she's not. So she's like, what are you talking about? Like, let's do it. And I'm just like, no, just get angry.
I'm just like,
she's like,
can we just lower our voices?
And I'm just like, I don't work that way. So anyways, it was just crazy, and it just hit us. It all flooded to us at the same time, really. It's just, let's talk about this. Yeah. Let's throw away what we were wanting to talk about before, and let's talk about living from victory in the middle of chaos and recognizing who we are fighting against. It's not that I'm fighting against Tori, it's the person that's behind. I'm not saying I'm fighting against Tori. It's the person that's behind. It's the enemy that you're fighting against. We don't fight against flesh and blood.
Yeah. I think practically there's steps we have to take when we're trying to live from victory too, and I think it's just an awareness and really opening our eyes to what's going on around us and closing that gap between, how do I make this make sense? Closing that gap between the frustration and when you release it, and not allowing the stuffing process to be a long time, because the more resentment builds up and the more emotions build up, and all of a sudden you're lashing out instead of, as soon as it comes, you just kind of let it go. And so then it's a bunch of little, you might have a lot of little things, but a lot of little things and getting it out in the open is way better than having a huge blowout and it really affecting your relationships in life. And I think that's just like what God's trying to teach us right now, is really being aware of the attacks of the enemy. And he's gonna try to come in when something great is happening, and he's gonna wanna cause confusion and division and hurt. And none of those feelings are from God. You know, we were created with a spirit of love and power and a sound mind. And that's how you practically are aware. If those aren't the things that you're feeling, then it's probably not from God. And so I would highly recommend reading the book Fervent by Priscilla Schreier. It definitely just kind of takes the veil away and your eyes are opened up. Some really great truths in that book that I read with my small group spring semester, and I think has really come to life just in my life since then. And that was actually before we even met. But I think we should reread it because it's just that good. It's War Room.
Yeah.
Go watch it.
And I would say not even that. I mean, yes, it's great to recognize when you're starting to get agitated and annoyed and talk about it for sure. But at the same time, it's like when you're obedient and you recognize that God has given you a gift or an ability, that is a responsibility. That is a heavy responsibility. So as we launch this brand, it is so heavy on our hearts to push through.
Yeah.
Because when you push through on the days that you just don't feel like it and you are just
2 minutes before this video, I was like, I don't even want to film right now.
But you push through. So maybe you're just exhausted one day and you're just like, I don't want to be a mom today. I don't want to be a boss today. But you push through and say, God, it's only because of you that I can do this. There's going to be so much blessing on the other side. I just truly, truly, truly believe. I mean, there's so many different situations for me. Like on Tuesday night with I just didn't want to show up. I was sick. I had a bad call. Just everything was falling apart, but I went, and even if it was only 5 girls, if it was 30 girls, someone was blessed that night, and in return, it just blesses me so much. So I just really believe that when you push through, when you're obedient, God just truly honors that double portion.
And so this is one of our unfiltered videos. All the filters. No filters. Because we just, that's what we want to be for you guys, and we want you to comment below maybe some things that are going on in your life or a certain circumstance where you just feel like life is chaos and you don't know how to break through, or you don't know how to have confrontation in a healthy way. We're learning it just as, best friends. It's like, how do you have good conversations with your friends that lead to healing instead of leading to separation? And we just want to hear from you guys. And also, on a positive note, again, these shirts, we just got them today, even though you won't see this video till next week. But we got them today. They are already selling out. So
I'm pretty sure they'll be sold out today.
They'll probably be sold out by the time this video is posted.
So comment below if you want us to order more, and comment your sizes so we know what sizes to order, because they're perfect for fall. They're the best color. You can wear, there's a little band at the bottom, so you can either wear it down. I have workout pants on. Please don't do. You can wear it down, or you can kind of pull it up. So there's lots of ways you can wear it. You can wear it off the shoulder, or you can wear it as kind of a normal little t-shirt too. Yeah, so we love it.
But I want to leave you on this note, just from living from victory in your everyday. You just have to recognize that you can have joy in the midst of your storm, because joy is from the Lord. Happiness is situational. It depends on what you're going through, but we know that joy is everlasting because it's from God. So challenge you today to be joyful, even when life just sucks and it's shattering around you. Just look to God and know that we've already got the victory.
We already read the end of the book. We won the war, so we can fight from victory.
So go out there and punch the devil in the face today and let the devil know, not today.
Not today. Also, subscribe below and go follow us on Instagram at livandtori.co. Bye guys. Bye.